I sincerely hope you aren't messaging other cancer patients trying to get them to join your pyramid scheme. Whew. Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So today, you guys already fucking know, it is MLM horror stories and experiences time. If you ever want to send me your own MLM horror story, whether you were in an MLM, whether you got cold messaged, whether a friend was in one, whether you were a customer, whatever it may be, I will have my email down below to send those MLM horror stories to. So send them over there. You could be anonymous. You can have me say your name or whatever it is that you would want. And I just want to get straight into the motherfucking video. So make sure to grab your favorite drink of choice. It is like 7 p.m. here, so your girl has her favorite water, okay? Her favorite thing. I mean, besides coffee, but that is pretty much all. I have no updates for you guys, so let's get into today's video. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna love this tea. It goes, my ex-girlfriend used college tuition for Beachbody. They go, hey Deanna, first and foremost, you could use my name and everything like that in this email for your video. My name is Jace, and I've commented on your videos a few times about a great story I had. So here we go. This story takes place in 2012 while I was a sophomore in college. I was dating a girl I had met at the beginning of my freshman year of college. So at this point, we had been dating for about 1 year. We had a great group of friends with most of us living together. I lived with 2 of the guys and she lived with 3 of the girls. Backstory over. Now, this is the good shit. So at the beginning of our sophomore year, my girlfriend was struggling to figure out what exactly she wanted to major in. So she started joining different campus groups to get a feel of different areas of study she'd be interested in. And that is how she met a girl named Autumn. After a few weeks of Autumn hanging around a lot, I asked my girlfriend, what's the deal with Autumn? What is she all about? She proceeds to tell me how great she is, how pretty she is, how successful she is. I asked her, what you mean by that? And she said she's getting her degree and she's also a fitness coach. After a few weeks of this, I went over to her apartment one day and saw all of the Beachbody stuff all over her desk. I asked her about it and she said that she's starting her own business just like Autumn. Okay. She explained the details and I asked, so does Autumn get a kickback for you signing up? That sounds like a pyramid scheme. She said I didn't know what I was talking about and blew me off. This went on for a couple of months and she really started to change. All of our conversations became about Autumn, Beachbody, and being positive. I'll be honest, she really started to push me away when after a long day of work and school, I would try to talk to her about how stressful my day was and she would stop me and say, you're just being negative. You have to be positive. You're only stressed because you're letting yourself get stressed. It got to the point where the girls she lived with would come over to our apartment and complain about her antics. She would blow me off for the Autumn and Beachbody stuff all of the time. I finally had enough. I sat her down and told her my feelings. She said, well, if you can't support me in my business, then we can't be together. And that was that. We were done. Fast forward to the second semester, I was speaking with one of her roommates who I was good friends with, and she told me my ex-girlfriend had dropped out of school. It turns out she used her second semester college tuition and rent money for Beachbody instead of school. On a funny note, my now beautiful, insane girlfriend loves to come home and say, hey babe, I have an opportunity for you. I hope you enjoyed the story. Ugh, my phone dropped. Anyways, first off, college. College is a big thing. They go after college people. It is huge because average college individuals, right? You go to college, you probably live on campus. I know a lot of people that do, and you really struggle for money. You're full-time, you're paying to live on campus, you're paying all of these fees, and then you're trying to work most of the time a part-time job because it's very hard to go to full-time school and, go to full-time work at the same time. I'm a full-time college student, and this is exactly why I do YouTube and I do affiliate marketing and things like that and influencer marketing, because I honestly just know if I were to get a full-time job, I would struggle in school, or I wouldn't be able to be full-time because it's too much. It's too much stress. But shout out to all the college students that do full-time school and full-time work. Y'all are heroes in the world. But they go after that. They go after vulnerable college students who just need kind of some hope or need some extra income because they have books and they have have classes to pay for. My personal experience, my classes at my university are $4,500 per class, and books can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars per semester. So I can totally get why this happened and why she really got roped into it, but it's sad. The fact that this is your boyfriend and he's like, it's a pyramid scheme. Most people don't listen. I didn't listen to my husband. I get that part. But for you to not even allow your spouse to talk about a stressful day that he had at work, I think of a boyfriend as a spouse. That's your man's. That could be your future husband. And if you can't even listen to him talk about a stressful day at work, nah, it ain't gonna work out. And then when he confronts her about this stuff taking over her life and everything, for her to be like, we can't be together, that is the definition of toxic positivity, you guys. You don't allow any negativity into your circle. You can only stay positive, only be positive, and then you kick people out of your life who either confront you or bring in any negativity. And honestly, it's not negativity. For him to share his day and a stressful day is not negativity that you can't allow in. I'm sorry, but if I have a stressful day, I don't know if you guys have been following me on Instagram, but I had a very hard day the other day, and I was pretty quiet on my social media, and I vented to my friend about it, and I vented to my husband, and my husband and I, he allowed me to cry and do my thing because I get emotional when I'm frustrated. Neither of them were like, oh, bitch, you're bringing negativity into my life. I can't do that. No, because you need to talk about the things you're stressed about. That is why I'm an advocate for therapy. I feel like even if you have great mental health, talking to someone just about the little stressful things in life can go a long way with your mental health. So that was, yes, a short story, but it had a lot to unpack because I just think that's insanity that someone would take their maybe future husband out of their life because of an MLM. I just don't understand. I don't get it. It ruins relationships. This is exactly why I'm against MLMs. Shout out to his new girlfriend, because for her to come home and be like, I got an opportunity for you, that's my bitch. I'm about to be like, that's my bitch. We could be friends because that's the type of stuff I like to hear. Let's move on to the next MLM horror story. Ooh, this is a long one. Ooh, I like it. She goes, it's long and please don't use my name, but here's my complete story. My education and training, I worked for 17 years as a psychotherapist. I loved my job. It became my identity. In 2007, after 2 painful, devastating, and agonizing years, we finally conceived a son. Oh my gosh, who passed when I was 14 weeks. I lost my shit. For several years prior, I had been diagnosed with true fibromyalgia. So many claim to have it, but when asked to explain their symptoms, they most certainly don't have it. My illness progressed and I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease as well. The day finally came when I could no longer work. My last job didn't not believe I needed any of the accommodations I asked for because I didn't look sick. Yet they knew I went to my chemotherapy every 6 weeks. Wow, this one's so sad. It's been 12 years since we lost our son and I grieve constantly. I have a spending problem, and when I'm stressed or depressed, I spend money, and when asked what I've bought, I have zero idea what I bought. This has been a problem with me since I started college, and they tossed credit cards at all freshmen like candy at a parade. After my dad bailed me out twice, to my tune of $20K each time, and the third time made me declare bankruptcy. After having to quit working and our loss, I ran up our cards 3 times, and money was scarce while my husband worked to pay them off. I always felt terrible but couldn't understand why I engaged in that behavior. I do want to put a disclaimer out there. If you are someone that cannot deal with mental health or listening to mental health disorders, please skip through this story. I just don't want to trigger you in any way. We are going to be talking about mental health. She goes, 2013, I was diagnosed as having bipolar disorder, panic disorder, CPSD, generalized anxiety disorder, and OCD. Sadly, not the kind that made me want to clean my house constantly. Trust me, I'm actually really familiar with all of those disorders. I study them. It's one of my favorite things to do because that's something I would want to do in the future, and those are not easy to deal with when you just have one of those disorders. But to have all of those, I can only imagine, the work you have to go through to really figure it out. I could only imagine. I'm so sorry. Being in the line of work I was in, I knew I was mentally fucked, but I tried to hide it, but I couldn't hide the manic spending. 2017, I was introduced to Younique. I was rather ignorant what MLMs were/are, and signed up after my former friend, a pastor's wife, talked me into paying to join Younique. My success? Horrible. I purchased $2,000 worth of makeup. I don't wear makeup. My sponsor kept asking me why I wasn't out selling. Perhaps she was conned damn near every woman in the area to sign up. Then it was, why don't you recruit? I got so damn sick of hearing that question that I went into a Facebook group of my college sorority and asked if anyone would like to join, and if they did, I would pay for their $100 starter kit. One person joined. December 2018, my friend and I had fallen out, and I just quit. Here I have all of this damn makeup, so what do I do with it? Sold it to someone on Facebook for $300. My husband drove 1 hour one way to sell it. I'm gonna stop here real quickly. You could already see the bad relationship with the upline. The upline's trying to ask her, why aren't you selling enough? Why aren't you recruiting? Which actually means, why aren't you making me money? Why aren't you doing things so I can rank in advance? And it's just such a bad situation. And then for her friend, not really be her friend, the one that recruited her when she left the MLM, just goes to show the community is bullshit, okay? I already felt bad enough that I wasn't able to add to our budget. 2019, I joined Initials Inc., basically the company that is trying to be the bougie 31. There was a $99 startup fee. I didn't have a large group of friends, and I couldn't even get support for giveaways. I couldn't give that shit away. My next bright idea was, I'll buy some inventory and do some craft shows. My husband was supportive. Now, given my physical limitations, he would need to go with me everywhere. I bought so much inventory that I spent the rest of my husband's inheritance of $30,500. I had no idea I had spent this much money. I had stomach pains right now just thinking of it. I paid over $500 in craft show entry fees and didn't go to a single one. Both times my physical disabilities were used against me, as I could work from home and earn money so you can fuck yourself again. I can't laugh, but that was kind of funny. I was honest on my Facebook post that I couldn't get a single sale. And the way I booked 2 parties, I bought each girl a $50 bag of her choice. They couldn't get anyone to buy from their parties, and me, the sucker and people helper, felt so bad that I bought the rest of the $200 so they could get their hostess gifts. Rehashing this, and I'm hoping I make sense, that I'm sipping on ginger ale, so that's it. That's the shit I went through. I apologize for any typos and confusions there may be, but I cannot even force myself to proofread. You need a shirt in your merch that says, fuck your MLM, hun. Thank you for what you do. It's needed. Okay, this is a sad one, and it's a hard one for me, because a lot of the times people with disabilities, or I'm not saying mental health is like a disability or anything, but if you have a disability, say an issue with your body, or I don't know, an autoimmune disease, or something that makes you stay at home where you can't go out and work, you're gonna be targeted. If you have mental health disorders, you're going to be targeted. It's sad because that allowed the MLMs to rope her in and make her spend all of that money. It's just really sad, and I can go on and on talking about this. I'm so sorry that happened to you, love, and it explains why a lot of you guys ask me the question of, do you see people go after cancer patients, or do you see people go after people with mental health disorders, or do you see MLMers go after people with disabilities? And it does happen. A lot of the times, MLMers don't know it. A lot of the times they do, and they do know what they're doing. I have to say, some people don't. In a lot of MLMs, some people are told, go find the person you were before the MLM, meaning go find people you're gonna relate to. So a lot of the times, people with the same disabilities are going to recruit each other, if that makes sense. Or sometimes the people who are college students are probably going to recruit college students. Single moms are probably going to recruit single moms. Stay-at-home moms are going to recruit stay-at-home moms, and it continues. Like, I'm not going to be, if I was in an MLM, I'm not going to be out here recruiting like a bunch of stay-at-home moms, because I'm not a stay-at-home mom. But a lot of the times, that's how you kind of can relate to an individual, so you reach out to those kind of people. So it makes sense, because what if someone that recruited her may have been dealing with the same things, you know what I mean? So it's just such a sad story to hear. I'm so sorry, but I am happy that you got through it. And that's what matters, is looking at the things you've done and not being disappointed with yourself, but looking at it as you've learned a lesson. And I know I get that a lot of times, where you guys come to me and say, I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, and I don't want you guys to feel that way. Yes, I get why you do, because I've been there. That's why I've made my videos where I react to my own content, because I want to show you that it's okay. We've all done it, and we've all all been there. We've all spent money we probably shouldn't have spent. We've probably sent cold messages we didn't want to send. It's okay. A lot of us have been there and you're past it. So that's a great thing to look at. And now being able to be a part of this community is another great thing you can look at when it comes to situations. That is all for that story. And let's move on to the next MLM horror story. This says, hi Deanna, I go by Melina on all social media platforms. You can include my name if you want to share this. I want to start off by saying how awesome I think you are. Your personality and genuineness shows through all of your videos. I've been watching your videos the past few months and I think it's great what you're doing on YouTube to spread awareness. Anyways, I love watching your videos and would suggest creating other tiers on YouTube for those who want to contribute more. I definitely would. Oh, girl, thank you. Now, if you guys don't know, I did start channel memberships and the only channel membership I have right now on my YouTube channel is $1.99. I made it the most inexpensive that I could, and I definitely could make more tiers, but I do have a Patreon because Patreon allows me to do more rewards for you guys, which is why I've been doing Patreon. And on Patreon, I do have higher dollar amounts. I have $3, $5, and $10 over on Patreon. So if you do want to be someone that helps contribute to my channel, you can totally go over there on my Patreon and subscribe to one of those tiers if you want to. I know it's another app on your phone, but I think it's actually a really good one. And it's awesome because you get like a private Discord group, you get a live chat every month, you get a lot of other things on Patreon that I wouldn't be able to do here on YouTube, which is why I only got one tier here. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would want me to do another tier here on YouTube. Let me know. I didn't know if you guys would want that, which is why I went over and I did Patreon. But before going in, that also makes me want to say just thank you guys so much for the support that you guys show on my channel. I'm gonna get into the story in a second, so don't click off the fucking video because I'm not reading the story yet. I do want to say that, like this weekend, I was able to go out and buy an extra battery for my camera, which I didn't have. I've been using one battery, which sometimes dies in the middle of filming videos, and I only had one SD card and was able to buy another one because you guys watch my videos and because you guys are subscribed to my Patreon and my channel membership, and you guys do help support me. And that's what I've been doing with the income I've been making, is putting it back into YouTube. I just bought some more tripods for vlogging, tripods for my desk so I can do different angles for videos. I again bought more batteries and everything like that, and then in the future can buy another camera, and I want to buy lighting and all of this stuff. So it means so much that you, even if you aren't a channel member, by watching my videos, you are contributing to allowing me to do more and allowing me to go out there and purchase things like a new battery that I needed and a hard drive and things that I need. So it definitely means a lot to me that you guys sit down, play my videos, and you support me. It means the world. Love y'all. Okay, let me not get fucking emotional here. Let's move on. She also said this is gonna be 2 MLM horror stories in one, so we're gonna get 2. She said, so my first experience was with Beachbody. Everyone got an experience with Beachbody because they're the fucking worst, in my opinion. So my first experience was with Beachbody back in 2014. At this time, I had just went vegan for ethical reasons and started to notice weight loss, which was great as I was around 280 pounds, the heaviest I'd ever been. I was a new vegan and was part of many Facebook groups that offered support with the transition. It wasn't abnormal to receive lots of friend requests of those within the community. I added this lady, we call her Sarah. LOL, her name may have actually been Sarah. Can't remember. Anyway, she added me and sent me the hey girl message. At this time, this must have been the first time I had ever received a message like this. She pitched about how she noticed I'm on a weight loss journey and wanted to know if I'd be interested in being a coach. I was hesitant because she pitched me it as a business opportunity and an opportunity to help others, which I was already doing, helping to inspire others to live a healthier lifestyle, so I'll give her that. It was really the business opportunity I was interested in because I had been unemployed for a while due to my battle with mental health. I asked straight up, how is this a business opportunity? How do you make money and how much is the pay? I'm just a very straightforward person like that. She didn't really have an answer, which was unsettling. She basically said you can make as much as you want to make, but didn't fully answer the questions. I asked, but how do you make money? She said by selling product. I was not informed at the time that the only way to actually make money would be through the distributors actually being the customers. I was big into juicing and making natural smoothies to help with health and weight loss. She used that to pitch Shakeology along with the workout programs. So I signed up and figured, sure, I can give it a try and maybe I can sell them. I attended weekly Skype calls and created Facebook groups with weight loss challenges. I created my own graphics and some videos. I enjoyed the creative process, but about 3 months in, I noticed I wasn't making money and I was only spending money on these damn shakes. I realized I was better off sticking with my natural shakes. Which is true. Their shakes to me taste like my dog's shit that's in the backyard right now. Just saying. One day I pretty much messaged her telling her I don't want to be a coach anymore as I'm not making money. She told me to recruit people to build a team. It literally did not make any sense. The team. Y'all wait till Monday's video cause someone's gonna admit that they're essentially in a pyramid scheme. So I was like, how does that help? That's when I realized the only way to make money was through building a team because they would be the ones to actually buy it. I didn't like that it wasn't based on product and stuck with leaving. I had to call Beachbody and cancel the auto shipments, which was a pain in the ass. Shortly after, she deleted me from Facebook and I was honestly offended because she was pretty cool. But I wasn't all that surprised. Looking back, I'm glad I stuck with my gut and realized something wasn't adding up here. So before getting into her second MLM horror story, I'm gonna say this right now. Most MLMs are like that. Most MLMs, by building a team and growing a team, you're going to make more money. Because just think about it. If you're selling 5 shakes a month, cool, maybe you make $50 per sale. But then if you do that and then your downline of 1,000 people sells 5 Shakeologies a month, guess how much more money you're gonna make. It all makes sense. But it's also true that a lot of the times it's by your own team making money. I have a lot of proof of uplines saying that are very high up in Beachbody, literally saying that their best weeks are when they do launch weeks. Like as in Beachbody's new programs launch. And that is because coaches have to buy the new programs. They have to buy early access to it. And if you have a team of 1,000 coaches and all 1,000 of those coaches go and buy early access, you're going to make so much money off of what they buy. And that's the really fucked up part is they say, no, but you must buy that. You must buy early access. If you don't, you're a shitty business owner. But in all actuality, they're just doing it because they know they're going to make more money. And then they go on lives and say that they make more money, and then no one catches on that they're making a lot of money because all of their downline is buying products. That's the problem. Second story is about an MLM you probably never even heard of. This actually happened back in 2013. My cousin, who I didn't have a close relationship with, invited me and my dad to attend an event at night. I was excited because I wanted to have a closer relationship with that side of my family. So my dad was on board and we met up at the location. Seemed to be held at a nightclub type of studio. There were tons of people there. You could barely walk inside. A guy with a mic on was on stage with a presentation saying a whole bunch of inspirational things. #cult? The whole time me and my dad were left wondering what the fuck is this? Granted, the speech was really inspirational, but they wouldn't just cut to the chase of what it really was. We must have been there for 3 hours and then finally the presenter or president of the company revealed it was for You Should Be Here. Huh? He showed pictures of people on vacation holding up You Should Be Here signs and the scenery of everything. He then said it would be an investment of, I think, $1,000. I honestly couldn't even remember, but it was a lot. I was probably 18 at the time and lived with my dad. My dad, I guess, caught onto everything and I was like, yeah, we're getting out of here. I was still left a bit confused. Investing that much into traveling? You can just save that money yourself and travel. My dad and I agreed on that. We left soon after and my cousin called me wanting to know what I thought and tried to get us to join. I felt terrible because I realized it wasn't something to bond over. He just wanted to make money from us. Which honestly, we were struggling at the time. We literally had spoken maybe twice since then, and it just made everything weird and left me sad. I only found out recently that these were MLMs, and I had dodged a bullet. I found out too that You Should Be Here was a traveling type of MLM as of 2 weeks ago. I guess moral of the story, never be too scared to ask questions and stick to your gut. Thanks for reading this long ass story, and thanks for the content you create. Y'all, I've been getting DMs. Oh, here you go again.
Hi guys.
Okay, he just wanted to say hi. But I have been getting a lot of DMs from you guys asking me to look into travel MLMs, and I actually also don't get it. Like, why invest, say, $1,000 into a travel MLM when you can just save your $1,000 and go on a trip? You're gonna spend a lot less money if you just save for your own vacation and look for sales or deals or times of the year when not that many people are traveling that you can get a better deal. Because that's what I would personally do, just travel when no one else is traveling. so that I can get better deals than everybody else. There's no need to join these travel places. And it's really jacked up that her family member did that and found that to be the only way to bond, when I do agree it probably wasn't the only way to bond. It was just them wanting to make money off their own family, which is really jacked up. But hey, MLMs, that's what your uplines teach you. They teach you to go after your family members, go after your friends, recruit them, get them in, because it's the easiest way to go about it. Talk to your warm market. But in actuality, pretty fucked up. So let's move on to the next horror story. Oh no, this said I have cancer and a hun tried me. Hey Dan, I love your content. This isn't a personal story about being in an MLM, so okay if it doesn't fit your horror story theme, but this is a recent story of how a hun tried to recruit me off a post where I mentioned my hair was falling out eventually due to chemo. If you do decide to use it, you can call me B. My bitch. That's what it stands for. Okay. I do a lot of nail art, which I share on IG, and sometimes I'll share it in a nail art Facebook group. This group does #SelfieSaturday, where group members are allowed to share selfies. I recently shared a selfie because I bleached my hair, dyed it kind of ombre pink. One of my friends called it pink lemonade, and did my eyebrows to match perfectly. To be honest, I was proud of this look, and yeah, fishing a bit. I mentioned in the caption, since it's not a professional job and ain't about to be dragged for damaging my hair, that my hair is going to be falling out eventually due to chemo. Oh. A bit later, I got a message from a hun. If I had a bingo card, I'd have bingo. I'd attach screenshots, which she did attach screenshots, so we got screenshots, y'all. She goes, oh, I love your nail art, and it looks like you have good taste in hair and makeup. Have you ever considered starting your own business? She even said I could be a boss babe. Barf. I went back later and checked, and she hadn't liked or interacted with a single one of my posts. Not to mention, if she looked at the comments on my selfie, she would have seen me wishing me well during treatment, or seen people wishing me well during treatment. I just ignored her at first, and then for shits and giggles, I posted the whole deal in an anti-MLM Facebook group I'm in. A couple of people in the comments mentioned that I should check with the group admins if there's a rule against member cold messaging other members to get them to join their MLM. There isn't really, and the rules are posted as guidelines, but there is a rule about not being allowed to post your Jamberry nails outside of Friday Flaunt, which is when members can advertise their business, discount codes, affiliate codes, whatever. I messaged the admin who wrote the rules, pointed out the fact that Jamberry doesn't exist anymore, explained why I thought this was particularly scummy, and attached a screenshot of the message and a screenshot proving she's in the group. The admin kind of just said, cool, thanks, I'll update the guidelines. The only edit I could find is that she changed the language to any nail wrap MLM, and there's no mention of recruiting other members. Said hun is still a member of the group. I didn't ask her to be booted, but like, come on. Side note, I didn't want to reach out to the admin in particular because I checked her profile and her most recent public post is some all lives matter nonsense. So just happened to be the one who answered my request to speak to an admin. I got pretty peeved at this point and responded to the hun. I'm not going to go into detail because the screenshots are attached, but basically I got the pyramid schemes are illegal, do your research line. Oh, and found out the MLM. At first I thought maybe Unique, Arbonne, or Mary Kay. Nah, bitch tried to get me to join Monat. Fucking Monat. Hair falling out Monat. I actually laughed out loud. I was so credulous. Anyway, we went back and forth briefly and then I blocked her. I just, don't recruit people who are sick and or financially struggling. Just don't. I hope you enjoyed this story. It got kind of long. Thank you for all you do. Best B. So here we go. We got the screenshot. So the girl wrote her and said, hey there, I've seen many of your posts and I think your designs are amazing. I also noticed you have some taste for beauty within hair and makeup. I was wondering if you had ever started your own business with social media marketing with beauty products. I think you would be an awesome boss babe and I would love to see you expand your beauty tips with more people. I hope to chat with you soon. B said, I sincerely hope you aren't messaging other cancer patients trying to get them to join your pyramid scheme. Whew. If your upline encourages people to reach out to cancer patients, you should seriously reconsider the morals of the people you associate with. I've seen uplines and videos of uplines doing that. No, thank you. And don't even like my posts, LMAO. So maybe you didn't catch the small detail. Granted, I wasn't trying to draw attention to it. In fact, you haven't even liked any of my posts that you claim are amazing. MLM rep goes, well, before you go off, you should really familiarize yourself between an MLM and an illegal pyramid scheme. And no, my upline nor nobody encourages me to reach out to cancer patients. If you knew anything about Monat, one of the original reasons we were formulated was to help cancer patients go through chemo, to help them with their growth and confidence. You done did the opposite, Monat. You done did the opposite, okay? I personally have 2 relatives, one with lung and one with breast cancer, and these products have helped them significantly and millions of others. And just because I don't like or comment on anything doesn't mean I didn't see nor think they were done well. But thanks for your input and all the best. So then it looks like this girl sent her a thing saying what the difference between a pyramid scheme and Monat is. So let's see what she said. A pyramid scheme is an illegal business structure that forces you to invest money on physical inventory for your brand. No. In a pyramid scheme, you are required to physically distribute inventory and keep purchasing it. You have no chance of earning bonuses either. Where is that definition? Because that's not the definition I find. Not the definition at all. And not the reason why multiple MLMs have been deemed illegal pyramid schemes after they've been open for years and years and years. And MLMs that do have product and don't make you hold inventory. So please, if you're an MLM rep and you're watching this video, do your research. I'm sick of talking about it, honestly, and I'm sick of having to say it over and over and over again in a million of my videos. But yes, there are pyramid schemes that have been MLMs and have been disguised as MLMs that did not make someone buy product to hold for inventory, but they did make them buy product when it comes to, buy product to stay active or whatever it may be, but they were deemed an illegal pyramid scheme. So it's actually very similar to what a lot of MLMs are doing right now that just haven't been caught yet. So please do your research because that's not the definition. I know that's not the definition on the FTC's website or anything like that. And I've seen MLMs be brought down for being an illegal pyramid scheme, and neither of those made you hold inventory. Neither. Okay?
Editing Deanna here. I wanted to read this off of the FTC's website that you guys already know will be linked down below. So they have a portion where it says, what is a pyramid scheme versus what is legit marketing? Pyramid schemes now come in so many forms that they may be difficult to recognize immediately. However, they all share certain overriding characteristics. They promise consumers or investors large profits based on primarily recruiting others to join their program. Sounds familiar. But it's not based on products from any real investment or real sale of goods. Some schemes may sell a product, but they often simply use the product to hide their pyramid structure. There are 2 tell signs that a product is simply being used to describe a pyramid scheme, which is inventory, lack of retail sales, and more. I will have that link down below. But this is a point that we have to prove time and time and time again, and anti-MLMers have to talk about it time and time again. It doesn't make any sense when it's said here that there are MLMs that have been brought down as pyramid schemes, MLMs that did not make you hold inventory, and MLMs that have had product. So yes, some MLMs are disguised as pyramid schemes. I'm not going to point any specific ones out because I don't want to get into legal trouble, but I just had to point this out.
Then she says, Monat is a company that uses affiliate marketing as a way to brand their product. Monat does not require you to spend any money after your first initial product pack purchase. In your product pack, you get products for you to try. You receive training and marketing tools and an affiliate website to generate sales. There's no possible way to lose money with this MLM? Huh? There's no possible way to lose money with this brand. You are able to surpass anyone in the business and can make... Okay, no. Not even gonna finish reading it. 1, wrong. No, it's not affiliate marketing. It is network marketing. You're in an MLM. Get the 2 correct. Affiliate marketing is something separate. They may sound similar because with affiliate marketing, you get a discount code, and most of the time you get commission on your discount code being used. That's not an MLM. That's not network marketing. Okay, let's get the difference right. Affiliate marketing is something separate. It's a different definition. I actually recently just did a video on what influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, and network marketing is, and the difference between all 3 of them. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out, or if you're someone that, this is your first video seeing of mine. My girl B, she said, trust me, I've done a lot of research. Just because you have a product doesn't make your business practices good or helpful. Also, drug dealing is illegal. People still do it. And Monat has legitimate lawsuits against it for damaging people's scalps. I can't believe you tried to get me to join Monat. I thought maybe Unique, Arbonne, or Mary Kay, but Monat, haha. MLMer, you're hilarious. And if you have done your research, you would know that Monat won every one of those. People get sued in return for false claims. Y'all, please MLM reps, do your research. Okay, this is the end of it before she blocks her. My girl said, nah girl, oof, they really got you. No thank you, I hope you don't make false income claims or the FTC will shut your business down. Well, this was fun. Maybe read people's captions and interact with their posts before you slide into their DMs trying to be a kiss up and recruit them. I mean, sometimes sometimes you gotta be like that. And I always say, let's try and be our nicest to MLM reps, but the fact that this woman has cancer and it was pretty much talked about in her post, in her comment section, if you're an MLM rep, just do your due diligence. Look at the individual, like look at them, look at their posts, look at their comments, make sure that it's actually someone that you should be attempting to recruit into your business, because for you to try and promote and or recruit someone with cancer to your Monat company that's for hair care, it's not right. And I agree with her. Like if I was someone who I had cancer and a Monat rep reached out to me, I probably wouldn't be the nicest human and the nicest person. So that's just, oof, that's a big oof. Like my girl B said, she said, oof, that is bad. That is not good. Please stop reaching out to people with disabilities, disorders, cancer, whatever it may be. Stop. MLM rep, stop doing it. Not everyone does it, but a lot of people do, as we can see. So that is going to be all for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to put a like, put a comment, because it definitely helps my channel. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like content like this, I upload content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also do live streams every other week on Wednesdays. So if you like that kind of content, subscribe to my channel, as it does help me. So love you guys. I'll also have the link to my channel memberships and my Patreon down below if you do want to support me more and get more perks on top of these YouTube videos. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in Monday's video.